Salawam, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem Ha Rakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me this truth, and peace and salutation to Yakim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and in sincerity. All right, Salawam is Brother Yaash from Louisiana camp, and back with another lesson on World War III. And before we get to that, let me bring out a scripture right fast. All right. Matthew 24:5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. All right. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right. Wars and rumors of wars. All right. This brings me to my first article on Forbes. China has first strike capability to melt U.S. power grid with electromagnetic pulse weapon, which this will fry out the whole electric grid in America and throw this place back into the ice age. All right. Last week, the Department of Homeland Security issued a scary report on China's ability to conduct an electromagnetic pulse attack on the United States. The key takeaway, according to Dr. Peter Pry, Executive Director of the Department EMP Task Force, is that China now has super electromagnetic pulse weapons, knows how to protect itself against an EMP attack, and has developed protocol to conduct a first strike attack, even as they deny they would ever do so. So now these people are ready for war. Okay? They're ready for war. According to the Center for Strategic International Studies, China has the most active ballistic missile development program in the world. So this is doubly troubling. China used stolen U.S. technology to develop at least 3 types of high-tech weapons to attack the electrical grid and key technologies that could cause and surprise Pearl Harbor. And we already know what Pearl Harbor was set up, and this shit is set up too, because the elites run both sides. Attack that could produce a deadly blackout to the entire country. And that's coming. There's going to be darkness in this place. That's coming. Let me finish this. Verse 7. For nations shall rise against nations. All right. China, Russia are coming against America. China, Russia, Iran. The EU nations are turning on America. Okay. China and India got beef. All right. This is really happening. This is really happening. And I'm going to be jumping back and forth these. But look at this article. All right. Nations against nations. All right. World War III. Horror as at least 20 Indian soldiers slaughtered by China troops in massacre. And it was more than that, but whatever. The clash between Indian and Chinese troops occurred in the Galwood Valley and was originally stated to have killed as many as 13 troops. India's sources have now revised the death toll and claim at least 20 troops were killed. Editor of the Times of India, Rajat Pandit, suggests at least 20 Indian soldiers killed in the skirmish with Chinese troops in Galway Valley region. So these people are getting into it. All right. China and India are getting into it, man. And this is all a part of World War III being cultivated. There has been no official comments on the number from Beijing, the death of the troops of the first loss of life in at least 45 years. Both sides are now meeting to defuse the situation. All right, so they're going to try to defuse the situation, but what the scriptures say? Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation. That's a nation against another nation. and kingdom against the kingdoms. All right, that's a kingdom against another kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, and that's what we got going on, man. You got earthquakes all over the place. California having a series of hundreds of earthquakes just last month. And now, when you look on the news, you got a big uptick in coronavirus. All right?
Did you know Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? Huh. So what are you waiting for? DJ Khaled.
Now listen, watch this.
Yo, Devin, remember to brush in a circle motion. Put in that
That's
word, Devin.
shit,
Save
man.
an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
Slocky for the
A
commercial.
statewide
Listen to this shit.
yellow light. This, as the White House economic advisor insists.
There is no emergency. There is no second wave. We are not going to shut down the economy.
Larry Kudlow pointing to the number of confirmed cases across the whole of the country, an increase of around 1% in the last 24 hours.
If we have a stable number of cases or it's going up by 1%, that still means tens of thousands of cases a day, and we know that that translates into an unacceptably high death rate.
Also Friday, new guidance from the CDC on how to stay safe. Host summer gatherings outdoors rather than inside.
Right, so you get the point, man. It's a spike. It's an uptick.
Eating out, call ahead to make sure the restaurant is social distancing and the staff are wearing masks. As the CDC offers up tips, public health officials are under fire for issuing shutdown orders. A review by Kaiser Health News and the Associated Press finds that across 13 states, at least 27 state and local health leaders have resigned, retired, or been fired since April. Some have even received death threats.
They don't have any ulterior.
Hey, this place is going down. You got growing concerns as states see 25% in coronavirus cases. All right, so you got this fake ass coronavirus, this pandemic that's actually destroying small businesses and the economy. All right, and as we know, all of these other nations are leaving America, and they're using. These nations are turning to other nations and trading with them with their own currency. All right, and they're creating their own currency. So America's being attacked on all corners. And let's not forget about the trade war. You're going to have a lack of food pretty soon. You know? So, hey, we're in World War III, man. And pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, all these things are the beginning of sorrow, man. Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, sin on top of sin on top of sin, the love of many shall wax cold. That's right. That's right. The love of many is waxing cold, man. This is World War III. This is warlike mentality. So people gonna be in the mindset of survival of the fittest. All right, Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. Okay, this is going to be the worst time ever. Worse than 70 AD, worse than post-slavery, worse than slavery. Worse than all our captivities. No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be short. We're going to need those days to be short. And those days are short right now. All right. You can tell these days are moving by hella quick. There should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. See, these days are being shortened for the elect's sake, man. These days are being shortened for our sake, man. And all you people in the military, y'all are going to die. All right. Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the wars. All right. That's why all these women are going to be out here lamentating. They ain't going to have no men. That's why the men of the Lord are going to be so precious. First of all, you don't have no man to protect you now, but sooner you ain't going to have no man out here. All right. And the men you do have out here, they either going to be trying to rape you or fuck over you, while the men of the Lord are going to be chilling, laughing at a lot of this shit. All right. We going to be spooked out too, but nevertheless, we got stability in this word. Isaiah 33 and 6. All right, that's the word is going to be our stability to keep us sane in this time. All right, Exodus 15:3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord is his name. All right. So Yahweh is a man of war. He's the heavenly host. He gathers all the armies together. Why? Because he likes that shit. And his son coming in the same spirit. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. All right. A lot of people are about to die in this day. A time to plant and a time to pluck up. Hey, Esau's kingdom is being plucked up. That which is planted. All right, he done sowed a wicked seed, and now he's about to come home and he gonna reap what he sowed. Verse 3: a time to kill. This is that time we're living in, and a time to heal. A time to break down. The cities are being broken down. That's why this shit is about to close back down, because of the uptick of coronavirus. Look at all this shit. Look at all of these different situations that's hitting Babylon. World War III. You're beefing with China. Trade war with China. You're beefing with Russia. You're beefing with Iran. You're all up in Afghanistan. Now they're saying that Russia put hits out on military people in Afghanistan just to kill you people. All right, so we're in a time of killing and breaking down. All right, and a time to build up. Verse 8: a time to love and a time to hate. That's what time we're in, a time of hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And that's the time we're in, a time of war, man. All right, and that's what you see happening in these articles, man. These countries are gearing up for war. All right, we got India. All right, look at what Russia doing. Okay, let's see what this says. This is another little article. These countries are ready. They're preparing themselves. Fears of total war after claims Russia paid Afghanistan militants to kill American soldiers. All right, whether this is true or not, man, this shit is rolling up these countries. They're ready to go to war. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has been briefed on the information, but the White House is not believed to have authorized any response yet to Russia. Out of the 20 U.S. troops who were killed in combat in 2019, it is not clear which, if any, were linked with the bounty schemes. After nearly 20 years of fighting the Taliban, the United States is looking for a way to extradite itself from Afghanistan. This has been like the longest war they ever been in, and they ain't do nothing but still rape and rob these people. All right, this devil, he can't keep still, man. He can't keep still, so he go around robbing and pillaging everybody, man. Why? Because he's the devil. He's set out to do these things. He is set up. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right, this is Esau, Edom. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the powers of their hand. Yeah, they're in the power seat right now, according to Revelation 6. They were given that great sword, all right, to conquer. All right, verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. See, they go over there. They talk about they coming over there in peace and all of this shit. Your country is being overrun by communist leaders who just want to fucking take everything you got and rule over you. And they the same hypocrites that rape, robbed, and murdered the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Negroes, and the so-called Latinos. Okay? Which there's so much blood in this land that Esau, you can't escape. The blood is crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. All right, verse 3. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. Yeah, your time coming, brother. Your time coming, you evil twin brother. All right, Esau. All right, he was the evil twin of Jacob, from which ye shall not remove your nicks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. Yeah, we're in an evil time, man. and these devils are about to are being taken down. They're being taken down. Why? Because they're so fucking wicked. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up, is not upright. So he was created to be the wicked. But the just shall live by faith. All right, we were created to live by faith, believing in things that we can't see. All right, Yahweh Shem outside this word. All right, everything in this scripture we believe wholeheartedly, and we don't even see Yahweh or Yahweh side, but we see the prophecies manifesting. We see that all of these prophecies from the past have come to pass, and the present ones are coming to pass, and the future ones are going to come to pass. All right, so we believe in this word wholeheartedly at GMS, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down. Okay, just to live by faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations. That's your New World Order. And heap unto him all people, okay? That's what he want to do. Put together that New World Order where everybody under him, and he's their God. All right, and he enlarges himself. That's why he goes to all these different nations. Got 800 military bases or more all across the world. Verse 6: shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him? That's what these nations are doing, man. You got nations celebrating the downfall of America. You don't have to believe this shit. This shit is happening. You know. Yeah, I don't even have to go far. Look at this shit. Iran, Russia, China, Turkey celebrate collapse of United States? What? What? Really? Yes, this is going on. So not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And how long? Yeah, these countries ready to get you Babylonians out of here. And that's why they're celebrating. And to him that laded himself with thick clay. Okay, so let's see what the thick clay is, right? I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it's all going to come back when I put this together, because the World War III, hey, this financial system has a lot to do with that. All right? When the financial system collapses, all hell is going to break out. All right? We're going to really see some horrible things over here in Babylon. All right? And it's going to be televised. The world's going to see how horrible this place goes down. Dow Jones, this is the Market Watch, an article off the Market Watch. Dow closes 730 points lower after spiking coronavirus cases force Texas and Florida to close bars again. See, they're closing bars, which is going to eventually close the economy, which is going to eventually lead to the greatest depression that the world have ever seen. Because it's not going to just be in the United States, but this is going to be a global recession. And it's going to lead into the radio frequency identification chip, where you peons are going to be tested, and you're going to take that bitch. And Lord willing, the men of the Lord here at GMS, we reject that bitch in that time. All right? And the Lord is going to give us the words to what to say if they do bring us into one of them concentration camps or torture camps and shit. All right? Because that's predicted to happen. There will be martyrs. All right? But this bank account, this financial system is on its way out. U.S. stock index closes at their lowest levels in about 2 weeks Friday, after Texas and Florida were forced to backtrack on reopening their economies as coronavirus cases rose further and a record number of new cases were reported nationwide. Meanwhile, investors were also pursing the results of the Federal Reserve Bank stress test, which resulted in a cap on dividends and stock buybacks. So this economy is being propped up and is going down. U.S. states saw a single day. Look at this shit. U.S. states saw a single day record rise of 37,000 in infections on Thursday, led by Florida, Texas, California, and Arizona surpassing 36,188 levels from April the 24th, according to analysts of data from Bloomberg. These people are motherfucking liars, man. We ain't read no more of this shit. No. They lying about this shit, and thank Yahweh Shimmy outside that they're doing this shit. I hope they don't bring that I hope they don't give them stimulus packages out. And if they do, I hope it hyperinflates the economy. And I hope you niggas don't get no unemployment extension. I hope that shit hyperinflates. And if they do give it to you for the rest of the year, I hope that blows the economy up. Alright, so either way it goes, it's a win-win. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? Yeah, all these nations that were confederate with you gonna kill you, gonna fuck over you, gonna burn this whore, man. You burnt all of these nations by giving them that fucked up philosophy, and now the nations are mad. And awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. See, you're not going to be prominent anymore, because thou hast spoiled many nations. See, you ran around spoiling many nations. That's why you got all these nations celebrating that your demise is coming. All the remnant of my people shall spoil thee because of man's blood. Yeah, because of and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of that dwell therein. Yeah, because you bitches got a lot of blood on your hand, man. Fuck this world. Fuck living for Esau. Fuck all of this shit. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. Yeah, you Israelites are still over here. Well, look at all the blood that these people that spilt because of Israel. You done killed a lot of Israelites, man. Numbers 35:33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defiled the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. That's why when you go to Revelations 13:9, it says your reward. If any man have an ear, let him hear. If you can understand these prophecies, you're on a high level. Listen up. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You put us in slavery, now it's your time to go in slavery. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the pacing and the fate of the saints. I'm going to get one more to show you why these devils are going down. All right, and what time we in? Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh Yahweh side will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. See, all your enemies that hate you, that persecute you. All right, Yahweh side gonna get them. Gonna get them. He gonna get him. Psalms 83:2. For lo, thine enemies make atonement, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. See? And they always try to trap Jake, and then go complain to the Lord. Look how Jake going off, when you the main one setting them up to go off. Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And not just Esau, all of these nations that did that. For they have consulted together with one consent. See, they are confederate against thee, all these nations. The tabernacle of Edom, and Ishmaelites of Moab, and Hagarenes, Jebel, and Ammon, and Amalek. All right. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. So we got enemies out here, man. Predominantly you white devils, you so-called white devils. All right, Y'all are enemies, all right? And Moab and Ammon and all these other nations, Israel, Ismail, all of y'all, all right? If the Israel man, even your woman is against you. If you don't believe that, check this out. And then we're going to get back on topic. I know I'm kind of moving all over, but we're going to tie this back in. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy, who is that she? That's the Israelite woman, shall see it, and same shall cover her, which said unto me, where's the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Yeah, these hoes are gonna get their issue. So we're not even gonna consider them, because they're gonna get right in one day, and then they're gonna get their ass knocked off. Cause the men of the Lord ain't playing with these stupid ass bitches. You dumb hoes. Back to the subject matter. Alright, Joel 3:1. For behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, see, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's that Middle East region, okay? Over there where all that shit, that hotbed, and will plead with them there for the people, for my people, and for my heritage, Israel. See, we're the children of Yahweh, the power. We're the apple of his eye. Do you realize what you did? Do you realize who you fucked with? And nevertheless, you were set up in a spirit through Yahweh to bring hell on the Israelites for us breaking this law, statutes, and commandments and wanting to serve other gods. And we see where that got us. Whom they have scattered among the nation and parted my land. Yeah, we on every part of the nation. And guess what? The elect, they're going to get picked up from every part of the nation, because them chariots are going to swing low and beam us up. All right? So, let's see. Let me get back to that. Let me get back to this article right quick. All right, so we know the money system is over with. We know that these nations are rising against nations, all right? And this is just one little India and China, just one little incident. But you got many other incidents. You got Korea over there with South Korea. They still beefing. You got Korea, North Korea still shooting off shit. All right? Fears of total war after claims Russia paid Afghan militants to kill American soldiers. You got this going on. All right, wars, rumors of wars. I mean, however you want it, baby. It's over. You got the the EMP attack, which all of these nations are confederate against this horror, man. They don't like you Americans at all. All right, nations overseas do not like you Americans. Iran, Russia, China, Turkey. All right, and these are all the nations that are in Ezekiel 38. Hold on. And man, there's just so much you can go into. Let me finish this off. Verse 9, proclaim ye proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. All right, this is what we're supposed to say to you Gentiles. Prepare war. Get your ass ready. Wake up the mighty men. All right, start training. Get all your all your people trained up, Let all the men of war draw near. Draw near where? Let them come up. Where are you coming up? It's going to tell you. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords. So all your farming tools, turn that shit into weapons. And your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. And these nations, what do you fucking think this is? Let the weak say I am strong. India, Russia, China, Turkey celebrate collapse of United States. That's the weak saying that they strong. All right? These nations, they ready. Authoritarian regimes throughout the world are pushing narratives that appear to gloat over and celebrate the chaos unfolding in the United States. And wait, you ain't even see chaos yet, Iran, Russia, China. It's going to get worse than this. On Monday, Iran media pushed stories that highlighted the collapse while quoting Russian sources portraying that the U.S. is failing about as its world order comes crashing down. So Russia and China, Iran, Libya, North Korea, they all got your fucking number, man. The U.S. became the world's most powerful country, a global hegemony superpower after the Soviet Union and its client states fell apart in 1989. However, Russia, China, Iran, and increasingly Turkey have all awaited the period when the world would become multipolar again. They have sought to work more closely together. Man, I gotta get this scripture. We'll come back to that. This is basically this. Ezekiel 38. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. That's Russia, that region, China and Russia region. All right, over there in the Middle East, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. All right, so and say, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, thy chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Yeah, he's against you Russians, Turkey, Iran, all you bitches. He's against that. He's against you Russians. Verse 4, and I will turn thee back, talking to the Russians, and put hooks into thy jaw, because after 1989, everything fell apart and they became soft. And now, with Putin back in that bitch, he turned everything around and they becoming that bear again. And I will put thee forth and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckler and shields, all of them handling sword. That's going to be all of their allies. Because see, it's not just going to be Russia. China going to be there. And we're going to see Persia, which is Iran. And what's going on right now in the Persian Sea? The U.S. is fucking with the Iranians. Ethiopia, they doing tests in China with the corona. I mean, in South Africa, in Africa right now, on the coronavirus. And I bet you they're using Israelites over there. And Libya, what's going on in Libya? You fucked up over everything in Libya, and they are totally distraught with them. So guess what? Persia is fucking beefing. Ethiopia hates you. Libya hates you. All right, with them, along with China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. All right, all of them with swords. All of them sealed and helmets. Gomer and all of his band, that's Turkey. The house of Tagarma of the North Quarters, that's the EU and NATO, and all his bands and many people with them. See, your own allies, NATO and EU, gonna turn on your ass. Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thy a guard over them. And that's what Russia does. He's a guard over them, man. All right, he's a guard over them, and you and Russia is just sitting back like a big dog, and they getting ready to attack. China getting prepared, and all these other nations through the spirit are getting ready to attack this bitch. So with that, I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I like to say World War III is happening now, and it's going to intensify. America's about to go into that second lockdown. All right, so you peons are about to get fucked up. The famine is quickly approaching. I say by the end of the year, this bitch will be fucked up to the point where you got a lot of people dying in the streets. But I speak as a man. Lord willing, this was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakar Kadas. Salawam.